Hi, beautiful souls. Welcome to Soul Sing Chakra. This is a numerological insight into Beyonce and Jay Z's relationship. And if you guys are interested in getting your personal numerology reading, please check the link in the description below. In this video, I talk about the challenges Beyonce and Jay Z face and why the marriage has been able to survive infidelity. In the chart, it shows that Jay Z and Beyonce are opposites at two ends of the spectrum. So why will this relationship stand the test of time? Interestingly, Beyonce and Jay Z both have 5 as their life path. 5 is a number full of contradictions no matter where it is found. For example, 5 is sensual and freedom loving. It doesn't like to be tied down in any way. The 5 carries a tendency for indulgence, often expressed in sexual promiscuity, overeating, or drug or alcohol abuse. Paradoxically, 5 is also loyal and less likely to cheat than any other number. Now, I know what you're thinking, but Jay Z cheated. Yes, so they must have other numbers in their chart to balance them out. The 5 will avoid commitment as much as possible, but once committed, it takes it very seriously. They both recognize this within themselves and each other. They both take the commitment very seriously and are both willing to accept a lot from each other. With their tolerant, easygoing, and flexible personality, they know how to adapt to each other, allowing their partner more freedom than most couples. This mutual understanding is just one of the main strengths that can weather many storms. However, there is a dangerous side to it as well. For Beyonce and Jay Z, the danger does not come from the outside but rather from the inside. They are both adventurous people who require change and variety in their lives. They don't like routine and often make a change, even major changes like switching career or moving to another town, even when there is really no rational need for this change. It is this urge for freedom and adventure that can also be the source of trouble. This tendency towards trying new things, experimenting with the boundaries of life, is sometimes expressed in a somewhat wild lifestyle that often includes drugs or other vices. In most partnerships, if one partner has a wild streak, the other one puts on the brakes. But in this case, if they find themselves in a situation where both of them have ventured into the danger zone and there may be no one to put on the brakes. For Beyonce and Jay Z, the key to a successful relationship is to be absolutely honest and use a healthy dose of self-criticism. When one partner is sliding towards some form of abuse, engaging in a search for sexual pleasures, prompt action and honesty is required. More than in any other number combination, discipline and moral values are required. Let's look at their expression compatibility. Beyonce is a 3 and Jay Z is a 7. More than any other number in numerology chart, the expression number reflects who you are as a person. Earlier, I talked about the life path number and how important that number is in your chart. However, the life path number is the path you walk on and should be seen more as a powerful influence than as a part of your personality makeup. The expression number, on the other hand, reflects a deeper part of you. It is more difficult to overcome possible negative traits you may have recognized in yourself when they are found in this part of the chart than when they are found under the life path. The combination of numbers in this part of the chart is quite interesting. For Beyonce and Jay Z, the different natures of the 3 and 7 make for a relationship that either lasts for about 2 weeks before going up in flames or remains exciting and powerful for a lifetime. Since Jay Z and Beyonce's relationship has existed for quite some time, it is safe to say it's stable, despite the cheating, and may well be soulmates for life. But if their relationship had experienced these ups and downs in the early days, both would have been prepared to let go. It is also quite common for this combination to turn from romance into deep friendship immediately after a romantic fallout. Beyonce has a restless, energetic, unconventional mind that happily explores the boundaries of creativity and originality. Jay Z has a much more serious but no less unconventional way of looking at life. He is an untiring seeker of truth and understanding. He gets great satisfaction out of quiet moments of contemplation and soul searching. In fact, Jay Z thrives on the clarity and realization that comes from such moments and from moments of spiritual enlightenment, which are common to those found with the seven in this part of the chart. It is obvious they have very different approaches in the way they think. But on the other hand, the common thing between them is that they both are unconventional and not afraid to wander off the beaten path. Although they have different needs and find their happiness in very different ways, such ways are not incompatible. Beyonce and Jay Z is precisely their unique, different intellects that make this relationship lively and interesting. They complement each other, they give each other something that no one else would be able to give them. Beyonce brings sunshine and an intuitive faith to Jay Z, while Jay Z offers Beyonce a taste of the beauty found in exploring the depths of life itself. Beyonce and Jay Z's Heart's Desire's compatibility is 1 and 9. Compatibility of the Heart's Desire numbers is very important in a relationship. Few relationships will last beyond the initial stages if the Heart's Desire numbers are not compatible. Due to the fact that both of them have a tendency towards arrogance and for being somewhat egocentric, it is a very difficult relationship as far as romance is concerned. At least in this aspect of the chart, it will only work if a certain amount of distance is maintained. Ironically, the combination works well for friendships, parent-child, business relationships, precisely because the numbers 1 and 9 stand on opposite ends of the spectrum. They complement and balance each other. Together, they represent a lot of talents and useful qualities that assure a powerful combination in most relationships, except in romance. It is in romance that these numbers tend to be a bit challenging. The solution lies in mutual understanding, not getting in each other's way, not expecting the partner to always be there for him or her, and certainly not to expect their partner to live the kind of life he or she feels is right. This combination has a much better chance of surviving if Beyonce and Jay Z have the number 2 or 6 among the other core numbers. The numbers 1 and 9 are far apart, and this is reflected in Beyonce's and Jay Z's understanding of each other. In many areas of life, they are so different that it is not easy to see the other person's point of view. And as with every romantic relationship, these shared views are important, because in romantic relationships we feel secure when our partner confirms what we feel and think. And in Beyonce and Jay Z's case, they don't share much common views. Very often, when 1 and 9 engage in a romantic relationship, the people on the outside looking in think it's very funny to see them together. Together, yet so different, so unique. Neither Beyonce nor Jay Z tends to conform easily to the rules and expectation of society, and that is one of the few characteristics they have in common. However, they probably dress differently, have very different tastes, and consider different things important. Chances are that they are each other's polar opposites, and while opposites may attract, the trouble is that they also tend to push each other away when they get too close. There are no easy solutions or foolproof guide that work here. If they have unconditional love for each other, this relationship can last for a lifetime. However, and here is the most important advice to make this relationship last, they should not expect to change or influence each other. Now let's look at Beyonce and Jay Z's personality and its compatibility. Beyonce has a personality of number 2. Beyonce is a peacemaker. Arguments leave her drained. People sense a desire for harmony, but she must avoid being the blank tablet for others' projections. People may underestimate her strength, but this is a mistake. She is strong, She bends but does not break. She has a fine sense of beauty and excellent taste. And there's a grace in her movements, reflecting her keen sense of harmony and refinement. Jay Z has a personality of number 7. He seems mysterious and different. People see him as serious, and students even. He is highly independent and self-sufficient. His exceptional intelligence and wisdom are quickly noticed. People respect him. He is not one to attract people on the basis of his warmth and compassion, although he may have both, because of his obvious insight into life's mysteries. In this combination of numbers, intuition meets intelligence, sensitivity meets clinical research, and the heart meets mind. It would be a challenge to find two more different archetypes than this. Beyonce and Jay Z has a unique relationship. People with two such different numbers rarely express even the slightest bit of interest in each other, but when they do, the partnership is worth every effort. Once these two completely different numbers come close enough, the result is often an exchange of energy that ties the relationship for life. Couples with this combination usually experience numerous challenges right at the beginning of the relationship. This includes the inability to relate to the other person's way of thinking, feeling, expressing. Beyonce's love is soft and gentle, idealistic, romantic, emotional, and even childlike. Jay Z's love requires a lot to earn it. Wisdom and knowledge, spiritual understanding, and an ageless quality strengthens Jay Z's love. At the onset of the relationship, this was probably the big hurdle to overcome. Jay Z does not trust love that comes so easily. On the other hand, Beyonce simply can't understand why someone would just not respond. Sometimes a relationship with this combination of numbers occurs after the partners have known each other for many years, when levels of trust and understanding have been achieved before either one of them thought about romance. So, a romance born on such solid foundations and balanced by pure emotions on one side and wisdom and spiritual understanding on the other cannot but succeed. Thank you for watching, and please leave a comment if you think this analysis rings true to Beyonce and Jay Z.